Hi everyone, welcome to our first free episode of Better Consumer Network. My name is Rich.
And my name is Andrew. We're here in a parking lot actually, waiting for all the roads to reopen. It was a crazy storm today, 13 inches in just a couple hours. We're going to talk to you a little bit about that on top of the rules of the road, the do's and the don'ts.
So let's talk about puddles. Does anybody know how to drive through puddles? I don't think so. Judging from what I saw this morning in the rainstorm, like people literally was going like 60 miles an hour through water puddles. And that is something that's very dangerous, because when you do that, you can't see the car that's next to you, and it is gonna want you to change lanes. You know what I mean? So you gotta go through puddles slowly. You can't speed through them, or you could hydroplane.
But you don't want to go too slow so that way your car stalls in the middle of it.
Yeah, so you gotta have a moderate speed, and at whatever cost, don't stop. Keep going.
The best thing is to really just turn around and find a route around it. I mean, the first puddle I went through, I couldn't turn around, and I went straight through, and my car went right under the water. I was lucky that I was going a good enough speed and had a good enough car that I could have made it through. But the other ones, I had to make 3 detours on my way to work this morning.
There was a Jeep with the really big wheels, but it was stuck in the water. Don't ever think that because you have a big vehicle, you could just drive through the puddles. You gotta make a good judgment on whether it's too high, if you can make it, or if it's too low, then you know that you could definitely make it, but don't take any chances.
And once you hit that puddle, don't stop. You cannot reverse, you can't do anything, you have to go through it.
It's also good to listen to the local news, because they will give you a detailed description of all the roads that is closed and your best routes.
This morning was crazy. There was a bunch of roads closed.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just kept hearing the list go on, and it was exits and exits. And then that one car on the LA caught on fire because a tractor trailer hit it. I mean, these road conditions are dangerous for everybody.
Yeah, so if you're not paying attention to local news, you could end up being very late for work, you could not make it, or you could die. There was one fatality this morning, and we don't need that. Take precautions, people.
Good. All right, so now we're going to talk about a really hot issue with me. Now, normally when I talk about this, you can't control me. I get very angry. It's the rules of the road, the real do's and don'ts. When you're on the highway, side roads, whatever, there are always rules that people don't follow. Such as if you're doing the minimum speed limit, there's nothing wrong with that. Being safe, saving gas mileage, if your car can't handle the speed, it's fine. The thing is, you need to be in the right-hand lane. You have no business being in the left-hand lane or even the middle lane.
One hot issue with me is the yield sign. This is the most ignored sign on the road.
You can't beep at someone because you go through a yield sign.
Exactly. People be thinking that they have the right of way while the sign is saying yield. You know what I mean? You can't not yield to the vehicle that's already on the highway. That could cause a dangerous accident.
We had that happen today to us. We were going on the highway and some woman just blew straight through the yield sign and honks her horn at us like we were doing something wrong.
So observe your yield sign. Also make sure
don't stop at the yield sign.
Don't stop at the yield sign. But you gotta, if it's necessary to stop though, stop until you could see a good distance between the cars that's already on the highway for you to merge.
And talking about merging on its own, the whole point of merging is to match the speed limit of the road you're entering. So if you're doing 30 miles an hour trying to merge into a 55, you're going to cause up a whole bunch of traffic, and that could possibly cause an accident because everybody's going to have to slam on their brakes and let you on.
It's very dangerous also to not use indicator while merging. You cannot merge without indicator because nobody knows where you're going. We see you, but we don't know where you're exactly trying to go. You could just be stopping to let us go, but because you don't have an indicator, we don't know what to do.
And not just that, but some merges to get onto the highway are also the exit off the highway. So you don't even know. So you could just be going on the exit, and then you pull right out in front of us. I mean,
everybody's car got power. Don't merge on a 55 miles per hour highway doing 30 or 25. It's very serious to do that, and it could be an accident. You could also be pulled over by a cop who is observing.
Oh yeah, dangerous and reckless driving. I mean, you might think that you're doing the right thing by going slow and you see all these guys speeding past you, but you're committing a crime just as much as they are. So one more issue that we're going to be dealing with is people who are in the left-hand lane and all of a sudden their exit's coming up. Now, if you have navigation, the woman on the navigation tells you 2 miles before your exit that your exit is coming up. Once you hear that warning, you should be moving to the middle lane, and when you're a mile away from the exit, you should move into the right-hand lane. I see people every day, and I've even been in the car with people who wait till they're about 100 yards away from the exit and cut across 3 lanes of traffic. That's insanely dangerous. Most of the time, they don't even use their indicator.
The most important thing to remember is that you're not the only one on the road. You gotta be courteous. Don't use tunnel vision. Don't just look straight ahead. You gotta observe your mirrors from time to time. Check your mirrors, check your blind spot, see if there's anybody close behind you. Distract driving. Don't set your radio station before you start driving. Don't text. Don't talk on the phone.
Don't text
unless it's hands-free phone. Make sure you never text and drive. This is what is causing a lot of deaths.
Oh, yeah.
We could talk about don't drink and drive, but we're going to leave that for a different series. So today we hope we covered some of the main issues on the road. Peace out. I'm Rich.
And I'm Andrew. Have a good day.